Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for George Washington's birthday, who was born this day back in 1732. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jeff Andreezy and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello. Happy birthday.
Hey-o. Hey-o.
More importantly, it's National Margarita Day.
Oh, wow.
Okay, National Margarita Day. How about that? George would be proud, so yeah.
I feel like
little known fact, father of the margarita.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, not much is known about that. So we'll, I don't know, it's a mail-in show, so who knows what we'll be talking about. We'll get to some crazy topics today. I know we're got a few things of me getting angry this week, so we'll get into those after the break. For right now, though, Jeff said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Jeff?
Yeah, pretty simple. It's winter, and I'm into watching some Netflix. So when you're binging, if you're a binge person that watches, how many episodes in a day of some show will you binge?
Are you talking like average, max, like record?
Well, you know what? It's a mail-it-in show, so let's just leave it wide open. You tell me.
Whole season. Because the whole seasons aren't like 50 episodes. They're like 8 to 10 episodes. And 8 to 10 episodes I can watch in a day. If I have the time, yes. Yeah,
I like to put stuff on that I haven't seen in a while, but I don't have to necessarily pay attention to. So I can maybe doze off or get up and do some laundry.
Sure.
And I think I got through at least 15 episodes of ER, which is an hour-long TV show. So
41 minutes.
41 minutes in a single day.
All right. That's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So I'm one of these people, like if I sit down on the couch, like my day is over, I'm not getting back up. So I try to do everything I need to do before I actually sit down for the day, which might be 8-9 o'clock at night. And I try to go to bed by 1. So whatever I can cram into from 8 to 1 is what I'm watching.
Okay.
So on a regular basis, you go to bed at 1?
Yeah, usually. Or later. I mean, I put myself in bed at 1. That doesn't mean I'm sleeping at 1, but yeah.
Young, the beauty of youth.
No, it's becoming a problem where I'm just it's I would try to go to bed at 10, like a normal 30-something human being. But then I'm waking up at 3 a.m. and that's just fucking annoying. So I'm you know what? I'm a 1 to 6er. I'm a 1 to 7er. That's just how my body works. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, that works.
Yeah. So, last night, this just happened last night, I saw the new season, the final episodes of Cobra Kai came out.
Okay.
And I think there was only 5 to finish up, and I think it's the end of the series. So I watched all 5 of those last night, and it had me thinking, I know I've watched more, and it's really weather dependent. So if it's a crappy day or if it's a cold day, I'm not going to do anything else, I've probably crammed in 10, something like that. So I don't think we're all that different. You'll fit it in if it works, and if there's nothing else going on, we'll just keep going.
It also depends on what it is, because I'm with KK where if it's something I'm just doing like a rewatch of, like that can be on in the background while
right.
I
agree.
It's just a complaint.
But have you ever been just pissed off at yourself because you have to watch the next one when you're watching?
Oh yeah,
right. It's like you got 2 more episodes, and it's like, okay, it's 10:45. We got 2 more episodes. Should we go to bed or play the next one?
But it's that many. You just got to get them in.
I've certainly woke up the next morning kicking myself.
I know. It's like, why did I do that? It was like, well, I had to see what was next. They do a good job of. That's why I hate. I'm willing to let a season play out of a show, and then start once it's done. Just try to avoid coverage and discussions of it, so I can just binge it. Then I just prefer to binge.
And I'm a rewatcher too, so like I just actually rewatched Desperate Housewives. Love that show, and it was fun. Like where I would forget, like I was like, oh, I forgot that plot line or whatever, and then I would look to where I'm just like, okay, I forgot this season, so I have to like glue myself down, and then I'm like, oh, it's fucking 3 a.m. Why would I do that to myself? But
right, yeah, yeah. So there you go. I don't know what the audience.
Binging, it's a new thing.
Binging.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually get pissed when new shows come out and they're not bingeable. So
I'm the same way.
Right.
Landman, but I was pissed that it was only coming out on Sundays.
Right.
And I'm like, do I stock it up and like wait? Do I just wait till it's done? Yeah. But I was like, I committed to watching it every Sunday, and I don't do that for really.
Wow.
I don't. It annoys me. I'm like, bring back COVID days. Give me every season that I can binge and sit here all day. And
it's tough because there were only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And it won't be back for like another year.
I know. And then so I liked Virgin River on Netflix, and it did that too. They came back every year and a half, and I'm like, I don't even remember all your drama from the last time. I got to go watch the last 2 episodes of the last season, so I know what's happening.
Yeah, that stuff happens.
I find it interesting because my attention span is way different than it used to be, and I think it's all driven by, snippets of whatever you get to watch. And I used to read just voraciously. I'd read and read and read. I have a hard time reading these days because I can't just sit, but I'll freaking sit and watch 5 episodes of Cobra Kai in a night.
I love movies. Like I love a good movie, but if it's over 90 minutes, I'm like, oh, I can't watch like a 2-hour movie tonight. But why can't I watch 3 hours of a bingeable show?
Yeah.
I think it drives me to have to rewatch because I must not be paying attention. I've got the distraction of words with friends on my phone or whatever's going on, so you got to go back and watch again. Whoa, I don't remember this, this whole thing.
Yeah.
And maybe that's an age thing, Steve. Maybe my memory's not what it used to be. So
no, I'm with you because I'm usually like scrolling through my phone at the same time something's on.
Me too. I always got to multitask.
I think we're all
also
looking for that next exciting thing, and
like,
in reality, it's not there.
Yeah, I need like 20 things to pay attention to at the same time. I think so.
Yeah, I had a bad one at dinner tonight. So a man and a woman. These are adults, people approximately my age, I'd say. They're there. They sit down and they both turn on their phones. They're watching TV shows, separate TV shows, sitting at the same table on their cell phones.
Can you
at
hear
dinner.
it?
Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, just turned up so you can hear their shows. They got them both going at once, and they kind of got them have them both loud because, of course, I'm sure that she's 2 feet from him is listening to a show that's different than his. These are adults. I hate when kids do this. It gets me mad at the parent. But then I see 2 adults, and I'm like, this is happening.
I have never seen. Well, I've never paid attention enough to notice.
That would annoy the shit out of me. I'm like, you're at dinner together. Can you like talk to each other? Do you hate each other? Like, just get divorced. Like, what are you doing?
Right. I mean, I chose a pizza place in Afton, Missouri, but hey, we don't have to be this bad. Let's class it up a little bit here. Yeah.
Yeah. You can at least put earbuds in. I don't know. I don't understand like sitting at a table with somebody and be like, I want to watch your show, watch mine. I'd be like, we literally could have just ordered Pizza Hut and sat on the couch and sweat.
Right. Yeah. Here's the worst one. The guy had like, I don't know, a Nintendo Game Boy, some sort of Game Boy thing. So he's watching his show. He props the phone up where he can watch the show, but he's also playing his video game. So he's multitasking on his cell phone TV show.
Out on a date night.
With, I assume with like his wife or something. I don't know that it was like a date, but yeah, not like.
Based on the date, I would hope it is.
You're right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not only rude to the person you're with, it's rude to everybody around you that they have to listen to bullshit.
It's rude to have a phone playing a show where other people can hear it.
Yeah,
if they want to do that and they have earbuds in, I don't give a fuck what they do. I think it's stupid, but I don't. It doesn't impact me. But when you actually both have cell phones that are playing TV shows that I can hear, I don't want to hear them.
Unless I am actively in a conversation and looking something up that I want to discuss, or if New Guy and I are out, bellied up to the bar and we're looking at our calendars. If you're out with me, you're not on your phone.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's just rude.
It's rude. No, and it would hurt.
Some attention.
You took me all the way out here and you're not like trying to yap with me and like think I'm cute. No, like just go home. I'll find somebody new.
Just go home.
So find new guy.
Find the new guy.
So I'm going to share.
New guy. New guy's awesome. He doesn't break the rules.
Okay. Awesome. That's good. Great. I'm going to share, Steve, you mentioned something that just was awful at a restaurant. So I was on a work trip. This was pre-cell phones. We were just three guys. We went up to this small town we had meetings up there, out to this little diner. And this table, a guy and a gal were on, definitely you could tell they were on a date. He gets up and walks out. He comes in with a guitar.
Oh.
And he starts playing a song for her. And we were thinking, well, this is, pretty bold, pretty cool. She was scowling.
What?
And she looked over at us and rolled her eyes. And I'm just feeling so bad for this. We couldn't even look because we felt so bad. And he's singing us. I didn't know the song. Maybe he wrote it. Who knows?
Do you think it was a first date, or do you think they were together for a long time?
Or he's a stalker?
Oh,
I don't know. It has nothing to do with the topic about how much you binge, but it was the most uncomfortable I've been watching two other people ever. Somewhere in the early 90s.
Grand gesture, but if that's the grand gesture, like maybe rethink that because you're making the whole restaurant look at you. That's crazy. Like.
It was bizarre. We're kind of thinking, well, this is unique, and we're it's small town. What the hell?
I don't think it played out how he thought it was going to play out.
No, and I mean, those pictures, the look on her face is just burned into my memory because she was not impressed, and I felt so bad for him.
Like, was it good? Like, was it a good guitar playing session?
It wasn't bad, it was fine. Yeah, that's. I will never forget. I wish I knew the backstory, but it's more fun to kind of wonder what it was all about. But
right.
That might have been the first and last time they ever went out together. Who knows?
Probably,
yeah.
Or today they're happily married, so there's always hope. There's always hope. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew.
I have the Quanjon Barrel from Haberdasher here in Indiana. Nothing.
Not really anything going on there. We'll have Jeff go second. Let's see what he's got.
Well, this is a bottle that came with a bottle of Baumburger, so I don't. It's called Pure Kentucky. It's maybe something you know of.
Sure.
Small batch.
It's like a Willet low end.
All right. Well, it came in the bag, so I'm going to drink it.
Oh, cork pop solid. Yeah.
That was a good cork pop for this.
I don't know about the phrase, it came in the bag, but yeah.
Came in the bag.
I wasn't really excited about that one, but things were
came
good.
In the bag.
Yeah. All right, KK, you're next.
The closest thing I have to presidential whiskey, since we are mailing it in for George Washington, is I have a bottle of Lincoln.
Okay.
It came from Boundary Oak.
Okay.
It is a brand new bottle, so maybe I can unseat Jeff.
Okay. No, not enough. Not enough.
Damn.
I selected architect because George Washington was the architect of our country. So
Nice.
yeah, well, let's see what we got here. Basie and sloshy, not enough. Jeff, you win it again, buddy. So
that's a hell of a night. That's
all night. 5 for 5.
Great night. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're still mailing in for George Washington's birthday. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Freddie Mills, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for Washington's birthday.
Yes, we are. So, I wanted to start this out with a couple things that got me going this week. And I wanted to get you guys to weigh in on them because I feel like I'm in the right here. And I get angry, and I can't help myself but lash out as these things happen, and it just happens. So I have a guy show up. First one's a sales guy, new sales guy. So the guy shows up 6:30 at night on a Thursday night, February 13th. So normally we do events on Thursday nights. That's a big event night for us. Normally it's a packed house. Thursday night's a big night for us. We didn't do anything Thursday because the 14th is Valentine's, but we realize there's usually some seepage to the days around it because everyone knows Valentine's is a crazy night for restaurants. So a lot of people will do a day early, a day after. So we made a conscious decision not to do an event on Thursday the 13th. This guy comes rolling in. He's got a stack of sheets in his hand, the kind that you write on it and it creates a duplicate right there. And he walks in and says, "Hey, you have any of this whiskey? X, I will just call it. I don't want to call him out." So I said, "Yes, we've got some." And he's like, "All right, well, we need to get you some more." And I said, "No, we don't need any more." He's like, "I don't even see it." I'm like, there it is right there. We've got plenty. And he's like, well, we need to start moving more product in here. I'm like, who are you? who are you? He's like, I'm the new sales rep for this company. And I'm like,
we.
Oh yeah.
He said we.
Yeah. Well, he was there with his girlfriend, by the way. So
it wasn't just a guy by himself.
Yeah.
He takes his girlfriend on sales calls?
He had his girlfriend with him. So I was like, okay, tell me something here. It's 6:30 at night on a Thursday. Is this appropriate time to make a call? I don't know. I'm new. I'm like, okay, would you call on Total Wine? Would you go into Total Wine at 6:30 on a Thursday, ask for the manager, and try to sell them some whiskey? I don't know. I'm new. I'm like, okay.
Let's get in the car and ride over right now.
Yeah. So you don't really know. What about Todd Randall? Would you try to track him down? Yeah, no. I try. Well, okay. And so I said, what's going on here? You're on a sales call or on a date? Because you know, there's two of you here. What's happening? Because he's like, I'll take a. So he says, give me a pour of that. So he sits down with the girlfriend, and I was like, so I got to pour this guy his own whiskey. And so I do. And he's like, well, what about one for her? I'm like, I'm not a bar. You don't. I do samples to try to sell bottles here. This is not what we do. And he's like, well, I don't even know what you are doing here. Do you also make some of this whiskey? I don't know what. I'm like, so you don't even know anything about this business. You literally know nothing. You come in here, you want to sell me some whiskey. You literally know nothing about anything that you're doing. And you come in at 6:30 at night. We typically have events going on. We don't have one going on tonight, and I get that. But this is not the right thing to do. You're not going to be long for this business, my friend. He's like, well, I own another business. This is my side hustle. I said, well, this isn't my side hustle. This is my business. This is my life. I don't need you here. Get out. And so I kicked the guy out. The wife's there. She gets to see all that. So that's always fun. My wife got to witness that. I would assume was his girlfriend.
His side wife.
Yeah. So, and then I sent a message to the guy and said, hey, your new guy was here. He owns a construction company. He knows nothing about the business. He knows nothing about the industry. He knows nothing about your whiskey brand. He knows nothing about my business. Do not bring him in here again until you provide him some training. And he responded back, that's actually probably pretty good advice. Thank you. Sorry for the problems.
Yes,
Am I wrong? Am I wrong for calling this guy out?
Well, what did Amy say?
Well,
Not
she's
wrong.
like, you shouldn't be mean to somebody who's new on their job. I'm like, I shouldn't have to train this guy.
Right.
This guy should have been trained. And again, maybe it's not his problem. Maybe it's his boss's problem. But so I addressed it with the boss. That was not the right situation. If I had a full house and he comes rolling in with this stack of sheets and I got to sell you something, I might have got a physical altercation.
We got to get more in here. We got to sell more of this.
Yeah. No,
we got to do this.
It all wrong, right? Like, if you want to come in at noon and try to sell something great, whatever, 6:30 at night, come in and try to be a customer. Come in and try to be like, hey, I see you have that on the shelf.
Right.
Can I try it? Actually, by the way, I'm a rep for this. Do you want more? How's it going? He could have approached that so much better.
Or even not even talked about the product, but talked more about getting to know the store and Steve and how they operate and why they might want more.
Right.
So many ways he could have done it better, and then trying to be like, let me sell you something. Like, are you trying to sell me a sweeper at my door and you interrupted my day? Go fuck yourself. No, you were right.
Do you think he was trying to impress the chick?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guarantee he was like, hey, listen, I'm whiskey
This
sales.
sounds a lot like somebody getting up to play guitar
Right.
in a diner and totally blowing it.
Me on a date when they're like, hey, this is actually a sales call, but do you want to go with me? I'd be like,
yeah, look how cool I am. I'm going to go in here and we're going to sell some whiskey.
Let's sell some whiskey. I get the
So, Steve, help me out here. How had your day gone prior to that?
It was okay.
Could you think of a situation where you would have like put your arm around the guy and done some mentoring? And I'm just
yeah. If you would came in and been huddled and tried to learn about our business and what we do, but to have no understanding of the business at all, to think that we're a distillery, we can't be a distillery. A distillery cannot sell other brands and things like that. They can have tasting rooms. I get that. They can't sell, the products that we've got in there. That's not how the business even works. He has no basic understanding of the business at all. Yeah,
and it's not your place to coach him, like you said. It's right. Because he's not your employee. He's a guy coming. He's honing in. He's jumping in and trying to do something that he didn't have an appointment. Nothing like that.
Right. Yeah.
What if he had an appointment? And I'm guessing if he had an appointment,
right?
He's a new guy. You might give him some.
Hey,
I think it's a situation that was really crappy, and he created it.
He did create it.
And I feel like the way he came in and did all that, like bring his girlfriend just immediately off the bat being like, this is my product. Like, he's not a coachable person. He's not going to be there long. I don't even think 6 months. That's not a coachable sales.
That might have been a rent-a-gal. We don't know. It might have been him trying to, I don't know.
There was a lot more balls than brains.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there was balls there. I think there's a big level of ignorance.
Right. So at the end of the day, Amy, the warden is like, that's not, he's a new guy. You should really be nicer to people. And I'm like, I feel like I did him a favor because, if I'm nice to him and I'm like, hey, well, thanks for coming in. It's not going to work out this time. He walks out doing the exact same thing down the road.
Yeah.
More than likely. Yeah.
He realized there's consequences for idiot behavior the day he walked into my store. That happened to him.
Yeah, I kind of asked my question because I'm in HR, so I've got to be the nice guy and try to, and that's, I tell you, that's the stuff that drives me nuts because it's not natural for me. Right. I know I have to do it for my job, but I'd come home and the artist would say, "What are you so grumpy about?" And I can't really talk about work with her, so it's just like
personnel issues. Yeah, you can't get into.
Yeah, but this is an external party, third party. You don't. Boy, that would drive me nuts.
Yeah.
So do your other sales rep you don't really get sales reps like that? Do they make appointments? Are they polite about it? Like, I can't imagine just walking in and being like, "Hi, let me tell you some
shit." Right? No, they don't come rolling in like that. I mean, usually they're respectful. They typically don't make appointments. It's rare to have someone make an appointment in this business.
Okay.
So a lot of them will just show up, but if you're there with customers, they realize that they'll kind of hover back. They'll let you do your thing and leave you alone while you're working. But they also don't come in at 6:30 at night. That's just not a time you come in.
No, but that's because it was it was a side gig.
Right. Exactly.
A similar, well, it's not the same, but like I'm on LinkedIn and you'll get someone wants to connect with you. Yeah, it sounds like you might have. And the first thing they do is it's got to be must be an automated thing. As soon as you connect with them, you get an automated long message about what they can sell to you.
That's why I quit connecting with people I don't know on LinkedIn because I get all that shit, and I don't want to open a dialogue with someone who's just trying to sell me something.
Yeah, you said this was like his side hustle, but his main job was construction.
Yes, he claims he owned a construction company, which I don't. That could be.
Own a construction company and need a side hustle. You're fucking that up too. Like
exactly. Yeah.
He's somebody's nephew that has fixed a toilet or helped install a countertop somewhere, and now he's in construction.
He's a construction guy. Yeah,
it's no.
Right. So that was the first one. The second one, this gets into more different dynamics and politics, and it's a family dynamic. So you get a text from my mom, and I'm just so busy. I just literally, my schedule is just absolutely horrible. And we have for years, going back to even when Kat was a little kid, we always went out for Valentine's Day and get heart-shaped pizzas. This is long enough that my dad would be part of it, my mom, and just this year I'm just too busy. I was like, we're not gonna go out this year. And I didn't think anything about it. And then the 13th, my mom sends out a text and says, "Hey, we're going out for heart-shaped pizza." And I was like, you know what? It might just work. We're closing down the shop early on Friday. We're closing down at 5. We go to Fortels. You can actually order up front, and then they'll have it for you when you get there, which is not bad because it's like super crazy. It's their busiest night of the year, bigger than Super Bowl or anything. It's like crazy there. So, but this will work out. I can go there. We can order it, have it ready to go, and then I'll eat there, and then it'll give me time to get back and podcast with you guys. This is actually going to work. So I don't want to, my mom wants to do it. I want to do stuff with my mom. So I said, this is great. Let's do it. Order pepperoni. They're like, well, we need an order. I'm like, oh, that's simple. Pepperoni pizza, order chicken wings, and then 3 drinks.
No
and Amy
garlic
always
bread
wants a
with
salad.
cheese?
I didn't say that, but Amy always gets a salad. So I said, get a salad. So I said, that's it. Bada bing, bada boom, order it. And again, my mom comes back and says, well, your nephew's going, and he doesn't like pepperoni pizza. Fine. Bada bing, bada boom.
Who doesn't like pepperoni pizza?
Who doesn't like pepperoni pizza?
Why can't he like be nice and just pick them off and call it a day?
Exactly. No, he wants to get something else. Fine. Order him the other pizza then.
Yeah, he can get
everything else stays the same. Everything else stays the same. Bada bing, bada boom. Make the order. We're done. We're ready to go. We got our Valentine's Day set. Bada bing, bada. I even said the bada bing, bada boom. Like this means do it. Act on it. There we go. Get a text back and says, well, your nephew doesn't like regular chicken wings. These need to be the boneless wings. Oh. I'm like, fine, boneless. Chicken get them breast. Boneless wings. I don't care. I'm just going. Mom, I'm going. That's the thing. I'm actually going to this because we got this worked out. So that's fine. Okay. Get a text back. He likes the barbecue ones, not the hot ones like you. Okay, no wings. Let's just forget the wings. This seems to be a problem. Let's not get the wings. Pizza. She wants bread. My mom's outside. She wants the garlic bread. Get the bread. Get whatever you want. Place the order. Do it. And then like 2.5 hours later, I get a text from Amy and says, "Does Mason like salad?" I'm like, "I thought we ordered this. Does Mason like the salad? Because I maybe I'll get a medium instead of a small." I'm like, well, I guess she already ordered. She needs to adjust her order is what I'm thinking. And my mom responds back, no, he doesn't eat salad. And then like 20 minutes later, she's like, well, he might like to nibble. So maybe. And Amy responds back and says, I'll just get the small. And that'll be enough. I'm like, for the love of Christ, this is over.
Is this a nephew that's joined you on this event before?
This is
no, this is different. This is his brother. This is his younger brother. Yeah.
This is such a fucking
that lives in St. Louis.
A grandma thing because my grandma did this with one of my cousins.
I thought about my mom treats him like he's 2 years old and wants to make sure everything's coddled too. Now she didn't give a fuck about me. I never had a vote on anything. No. I wanted to go to Cyberg's my whole life because I heard they had good. I never got to go there till I was old enough to get in a car and drive there myself. I never got to go to where we're having the pizza now, Fortels, because that was in Afton. My dad doesn't drive to Afton. We don't go. We stay in Oakville. This is where we pick a pizza place.
Tell them the tradition is the fucking pizza. We're getting the heart-shaped goddamn pizza. Pick off the shit you don't like. It's fine.
Here's the thing, though.
Or don't come. Pick it off or don't come. Fuck you. Like that is how
Here's what you don't understand, McNew. He wasn't participating in this conversation.
The nephew's not in the conversation. So
he wasn't saying, "Oh, I don't know, Grandma. I don't like that. I don't want that."
He'll eat it. He'll eat whatever. If you give him a goddamn pepperoni pizza, he ate some of the pepperoni pizza tonight. It's my mom thinks he's like 2 years old. You don't like it. I don't. No. You might not slightly like that one a little bit. We'll get you whatever you like. Oh, it'll make sure we're good for you.
And I love how your mom became like a leprechaun.
I know. Well, because that's how she is. You want to eat this? You got to eat this. You want to eat it. Mason, be sure to eat this. There's a cheesy bread. You like your cheesy bread. You got to. So we're not even done with the story yet. I wish it was over.
Oh, my God.
This is fucking February 13th. This is yesterday. As we record this, it's the 14th. God. It's yesterday. It's all over. The salad thing's set. Place the goddamn order. We'll go in there. We'll go to Fortels. We'll eat our fucking meal, and we'll get the fuck out of there. And now I'm no longer having a good fucking time. Now I'm fucking pissed. So I get in there, it's over. Whatever. Okay. God damn, we had to work for it. It's a fucking shitty pizza joint. It isn't like we're ordering for a wedding party here. It's 4 fucking people at a shitty fucking pizza place with a very limited fucking menu. We can't be done with this shit? No. Guess what fucking happens? On the 14th, I get the text. I just tried to call to place our order, and they're too busy to take online orders. We'll have to order when we get there. I'm like, motherfucker.
No.
It's their busiest night of the year. It can take 2 hours for them to make the fucking pizza.
Oh,
You
God.
fucked me. I literally said I only have this window of goddamn time. Are you motherfucking shitting me?
I'm sorry,
Amy.
Steve. I'm over here.
So
I'm over here laughing at your pain. This is only because.
What am I wrong about?
So did you go? You had to go because you saw the people watching their TV shows.
You went.
I went because you know what happened? I closed the store at 5. I go up there and I stand in line and I place the order. Get there before the rest of the fucks because I got to place the order because I know it's going to take 2 hours to make. And sure enough, I barely made it back here in time because I went there and spent an hour, which it could have been called in the day before because we know it's their busiest day of the year. This is what they'll tell you. It's our Super Bowl. This is the huge for it. This is not news. I knew this. That's why I said bada bing, bada boom, order it. Bada bing, bada boom. When I say bada bing, bada boom, that means do it right now. That's it. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom means right now. It doesn't mean next week.
No.
We'll feel bada bing, bada boom. That's done.
No. So
am I wrong? Where? I want those two to tell me where I'm wrong, and there's no response.
You're not wrong at all.
But they're never going to admit it.
No. Oh God, no.
I'm sorry, Steve. I'm just over here laughing, and I'm not laughing at you.
Oh yes,
I'm laughing because dynamic. Yeah.
My mom is so much the same way, and it just drives me nuts. Yeah. And to the point where I probably wouldn't even have gone. You know, it's like, oh my God. So I'm laughing at your pain, but not laughing at what you're telling us. Oh my God.
I was almost hoping that I go there and get there, early to place the order on the behalf of the family, stand in line. People are getting yelled at too. It was so great. I mean, they just don't put up with any shit. They've got all the people that are still ordering for deliveries, and they got all the food services, Uber Eats and all that. They're just yelling at those people because they're super busy. They're trying to butt up. They're like, hey, I'm Uber Eats. They're like, no, get the fuck back in line. I mean, they're yelling at people like that. I mean, it's like insanity. It's kind of awesome.
You got something good out of it.
So yeah, but I was almost like, you know what, because I had my own car then. I was like, I'll probably have to wait here this whole time, and then I'll just drive back and not even have a chance to eat. But that would be the perfect end of the story. But I actually did get the pizza. So.
No, so ordering food for multiple people is a shit show, no matter what. So yesterday, fucking Chris and moving is a whole goddamn other story that I will tell you off there. But yesterday I was at the old house and he's coming back and he's like, hey, can you order Pizza Hut for all of us? And I'm like, you have the same goddamn app and money that I do. Like, why can't you do it? But okay, fine. And I do. So like his one brother wanted a Supreme. His other wanted like sausage and pepperoni. He's like, you just get what you want. And I'm like, okay, fine. This is a fucking $90 pizza order. And I'm like, fine, whatever. We're going to deliver to the house. And I was like, hey, Sosa was still at the house. I'm like, hey, I shoved them in the oven so like the dog doesn't get into them. And I don't know that they're idiot. They're all in their 40s and 50s. And I'm like, hey, all the pizza boxes are in the oven. It's not on. I just put them in there so the dog doesn't get into them. And his one brother that wanted the sausage and pepperoni, he's like, I didn't see it. And he's like, I just ate the Supreme. It's fine. I don't even like peppers. And I'm like, it was on the bottom. It was, did you not pull out goddamn boxes and look at all of them to find out what your goddamn pizza was?
Well, family dynamics are great, aren't they?
Family's crazy. It's
not my Supreme. Maybe this fucking third box is my mystery sausage and pepperoni. Was that not a thing that went in your head? And he's like, I mean, it was fine. I'm like, God, just fucking take it home with you and stop talking to me. God.
Well, it actually took us about 36 hours to get that order together because, we tried, obviously a 12-hour or 24 hours to place the order, and then they wouldn't take the order early because they were already too busy at lunchtime. No. So, it's amazing to me that's...
I think the fact that you actually got to sit down and eat before your time was up and still made it to podcasting is a testament to your fortitude, Steve. Yours. Not anyone else in that family. Right. I'm always standing up for the warden, but that ball was dropped.
That ball was
dropped like a lead balloon.
I work hard. This is what I try to explain to her. I'm not trying to be mean here, but I work hard. 5 o'clock I was up working today, and then I had to go into the shop, and I worked till 5 o'clock at night. 12 hours I've already been working. And now I got to go in. I got to go straight to the pizza place, stand in line, and do this order. Then I got to sit at the restaurant by myself, and then I got to wait for you guys to get here, and then we got to wait. And then guess what? I get home just in time to podcast with you guys, which I love doing. But that's a long fucking day.
That's a long day.
I'd like to just sit for an hour in between at some point and just relax, which I could have done if we would have placed the order. All we had to do was place the order. And it's not that hard. It's pizza. It's hard to screw up. And again, this coddling of he might not like, he's going to eat no matter what. If we just got pepperoni, he'd just eat it and be like, oh, okay.
He'd eat it.
Yeah.
Also, wings and salad are also real fucking hard to screw up.
Yeah. Yeah. And guess what? We had like half the pepperoni pizza left. Guess where it went? If you took it in the box to take home, he's going to eat it later.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he did. It's not like he hates pepperoni pizza. My mom gets so worried about this shit. I don't understand. I don't understand why she did not care about me one bit.
Steve, that's what we have to look forward to as we continue to age. We're going to turn into our parents. So, oh my God.
No, so my mom does
true.
Too. Her biggest party every year is her Halloween party, where she's like, Jazz likes this, Junie won't eat that, Julius likes that, and I'm like, you don't have to have 7 main courses to please us all. Fucking something, and we can all bring our favorite side.
If you treat it like a short order cook, everyone's going to have their own individual order. You know what? Just fucking fall on something, and everyone's going to eat it and be fine. You know, and if they're not, then they'll get something. No one's going to die. There's going to be no lives lost because you didn't prepare an individual meal for everyone.
This has to be the longest rant that Steve has gone on any show. I mean, I haven't listened. I haven't listened as long as it's been alive, this show. But Steve, 60 to 90 seconds tops. All of a sudden, I think Becca Sue made an appearance tonight through Steve.
I channeled my inner Becca Sue there for the brand.
But it was deserved. You were in a bad spot.
No,
KK has more questions.
And I do. Like, I'm not letting this one go down. So what is it about a grandmother who would be like, you know what? Steve will eat what I put on the freaking table, but Mason, he might want to nibble on a salad.
Right.
And he needs to have the boneless barbecue wings. Yeah. When, like, are they so bored?
Right.
That this is what...
And were they bourbon barbecue wings? Or are they going to be...
Yeah.
I don't know where that switch is. Where that
just
switch
kept
happens.
going. Right. Yeah. It was like, how can this just keep going and going? And then... Like I said, the warden's the one who fumbled.
Because the kid ate the pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
He took it. He took the leftovers.
Yeah, he took the leftovers. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll eat that. Yeah,
they fucking said at 3, I don't like pepperoni. Now they're fucking 20, and it's like, people change in 17 fucking years, and grandma just remembers what you fucking did when you were 3.
Yeah, he got this weird pizza, and again, he ate whatever. You can get it whatever you like, I'm not complaining about that, but the fact that my mom thinks that he won't eat the other stuff, she's crazy. And like I said, he eats like a horse. He's 20 years old. He works manual labor, so he's working constantly. Working hard. Yeah, he's got an appetite. I mean, so
did she ever give him a pink bunny suit for Christmas when he was like 15?
No, maybe. Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing here. Is
right. Yeah.
These were legit rants today, Steve. Sometimes
I had some good ones. I
legit today.
Yeah, it's sometimes old men, even though that's an old man rant, they can be right. So
they're right. No, but feeding multiple people a shit show no matter what.
It really is.
Like, I'm not coordinating shit. I'm showing up here at this time.
Right.
Order what the fuck you want. I'm not.
Yeah.
Not coordinating.
I'll be okay. I'm an adult. I'll be okay.
Right. That's what I always think too. I was like, yeah. Like, I normally get wings, but we don't get the wings because he doesn't want the wing. I don't care. Then I won't get wings. I'll just roll with it. Whatever we want to do. It's about getting together with the family. I thought this is
right.
really.
Right.
I don't get to see my mom enough.
Tradition.
I do too much of the shit.
I hate when tradition has to crash because of something like this. That's painful.
Yeah, it is because I want to be like, well, I want these wings. He's more than welcome to order his own fucking wings.
Right.
Why can't that not be a thing in grandma's head? It doesn't.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know, but it's always interesting.
The people with the TVs.
Yeah, and that was a whole nother thing. I just don't understand. I've seen kids, and I get mad at kids, but I don't say anything. You almost want to say something with the adults because they're adults and they're both watching TVs on their.
I'm surprised you even showed up to podcast. I would have been curious, like somewhere out putting baseball bats into heads or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a pro. He's a professional.
I'm a professional. Yeah.
I have another random, because it's a mail-in show. I have another random question.
Sure.
Finish this. So, like we're mailing in for Washington's birthday. Kate opened an Abraham Lincoln bottle, and there's President's Day to celebrate them both. Do you think it's like ghost fights about like fuck you, like we got our birthdays combined? I want to celebrate my own birthday. You don't think they're like mad?
Oh yeah, they're mad. They're mad.
Furious. Yeah. You know what they're mad about? They did not get the wings with the bones in them.
Right.
The hot sauce.
With the boneless wing. What the hell?
Because
Washington
that's just a chicken nugget with the barbecue dip.
It is fucking chicken nugget.
He likes the barbecue dip.
Those two guys they crammed together were probably our two tallest presidents. I think Washington could take them.
You think?
Yeah, I think Lincoln was just lanky. I don't know if he had it. I think
he had some wrestling though in the background. I mean,
I know. I just my faith goes back to the father of our country. I gotta give it to Dad here.
Okay, so like celebrity rap battles. Did you guys watch that show?
Oh yeah. I
fucking loved it. Who would win, Washington or Lincoln, in celebrity rap battles?
Oh, Washington, because he was in Hamilton.
Yeah. He was in Hamilton. He had the rap.
So he's already got a rap battle.
Freddie Mercury's dress isn't going to win a rap battle?
Yeah. Washington.
I don't know. I saw Lincoln do one in that Dana Carvey movie. I gotta move it. I gotta move it. But it was a Dana Carvey movie, but it was pretty good. Yeah. Remember that one? I forget what the name of that is, but it was a bad movie, but Dana Carvey was funny.
They're usually bad movies of Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
He was class. He's solid.
He stands above
binge watch some Dana Carvey movies someday.
Yeah.
But KK, you brought up a great point because I'm thinking, okay, we've got the main league in for Washington, and I can't get all the stuff from Hamilton out of my head.
No, that's exactly how I understand early American history now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had an education, had it all. I've seen Hamilton a couple times.
Was Hamilton one of your favorite presidents?
A
lot of people think he was a president.
He was not.
He was not. I had a guy tell me the other day Aaron Burr was a president. Aaron Burr was not a president.
I don't.
It's like a superpower because I know who the presidents were. I
didn't realize that Jefferson was black. Until Hamilton. So.
Oh,
exactly.
There you go. Now you're learning.
I learned a lot.
There you go. So that's it for this show. I think it goes down as one of the classics. Celebrating Washington.
It's a good one. It's the Steve
Some
show.
good angry old man stuff.
Yeah. We hope Steve has a better tomorrow and gets.
Oh yeah. Well, I like all the entities involved in terms of the family dynamic. So yeah,
you have to.
Yeah,
all he has to do is leverage this to his benefit in the future.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to get this to my advantage somehow. So yeah.
Maybe what's the next holiday? St. Patrick's Day, Easter? I don't know. Manipulate that to whatever you want. Get that for you.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely need to work something out of this because again, I'm just trying to ask questions and there was no answers. It was like, well, you ever think about that? I was like, can you be respectful of my time at all? I mean, it's not like I don't work hard.
They really don't understand that. So like my mom assumes I have no schedule. And my brother works like 3 on, 4 off. Like his schedule's weird. And I work from home. And my mom just assumes I can do whatever the fuck ever at any given time. And I'm like, ma'am, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
she doesn't understand. And I'm like,
my mom does that to me all the time. We'll be like, and for me to have like a dinner, I have to put it on my calendar. I have to not book anything else. And you guys, I know McNew has access to my calendar. I don't know about KK.
Your calendar isn't fucking insane.
You're the boss, Steve. Why don't you just get whatever you want?
I know. My mom will always be. It'll come around. We'll be like dinner on Wednesday, and it'll come around. It'll be Tuesday night. She'll be like, why don't we make it Sunday instead? I'll be like, Mom, I already got shit on Sunday. She'll be like, well, the next Sunday. I'm like, I got shit going on the next 8 Sundays, Mom. Oh, that's lies. You just don't want to go out to dinner with me. I'm like, yeah, I do. I want to go out on Wednesday when we said
you into it.
With you, I want to see you. It just, God, no.
And her schedule is packed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I always love when I got to hear her stuff. It's like, I got to run up to Walmart to get some cat food for the outdoor cats. She's talking about how busy she is with this stuff. I started getting the mail for our neighbor because they're elderly. I'm like, oh, so you're not elderly? You're spry. You're
spry.
8 years old. You're spry. You got to go.
You ride out that spry.
And that becomes an important part of your day. I mean, it's her next door neighbor. How long can that actually take, to be honest with you? 2 minutes?
But it's a thing.
Yeah. She gave her something to do, so kudos for her for finding something to do because not being bored. Good for her. But
so one day there was ice. She called her neighbor and said, "I'm not going to be able to get your mail." She's like, "That's something I'm waiting for."
You're kidding me.
I
don't even collect my mail.
I know. I could care less.
We literally
did a show. Yeah, once a month would be fine. If they say, we're thinking about going to once a month in the mail, what do you guys think? I'd be like, sure, fine. That's good.
No, so actually the snow and ice thing is funny because like my mom had an eye doctor appointment and she's like, I need someone to drive me. It has to be you. And I was like, okay, fine. I can take off work that day. I can take a couple hours. That's fine. And then we had snow predictions like in the weather apps, and she's like, well, I canceled it because like remember when you were like 23 and like wrecked into a pole when it snowed? And I was like, yep, aware of that. And she's like, well, I canceled it because you can't drive in snow. We got nothing. And I was like I could have still taken it's fine.
Yeah, we had one of those here in St. Louis. I don't know if you got any, Kathy. We had nothing. I had nothing on the street at all. 0.0.
It was very well managed. What landed on the roads was very well managed, and yet my staff of 18 people were. I had someone crying.
No.
Because they were scared. They had to go home. They were crying.
Oh God.
I shut the office down 2 hours early. To accommodate them, not the patients.
Right.
Not the patients, but I accommodated them. We shut down 2 hours early, and then they're like, "Are we opening late tomorrow?" Like, no.
Right. No. There's nothing out there.
There's nothing out there. We are starting at 8
and even
o'clock
the next day, it wasn't even like a wet. It was dry. I don't know how, but it was actually dry.
All I had to do was scrape frost off my windshield. There was nothing on the roads. It would have been fine. And she was just like, well, I canceled it. I moved it to the end of March. And I'm like, okay, then I'll put that day in for you. It's fine.
Jeff had to go turn the heater on. So on that note, we'll wrap this one up as he cranks up the heater, I think, or he's going outside to take a leak. I'm not sure what's going on.
Could be both.
He's usually the first one we go to.
Right. So we might have to reach protocol here.
Do you want me to sub in for him?
Yeah. KK, where can people find Jeff?
You can find Jeff at the Cigar Dojo and Facebook and Instagram. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Okay. All right. How about you, KK?
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, thethings.abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. Walls are moving at the Andreezy there. I heard them
generators. I hear generators.
I heard a zip up too. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Wow.
I've already closed you out.
Yeah,
KK, I was able to hear that. Thank you for batting for me.
Okay.
She did a good job. She did a good job.
Awesome.
Also, come by and see us. ABVBarrelShop.com would be where you can find out more on the web. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy birthday, George.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.